So most of my friends and most of the people that I actually know, after so many years of being in the country, they keep asking me, why is it that so many people still come to the country today? It's a valid question. I'm going to see if I can provide some perspective as to why people are coming to the country even until this very moment. Welcome to the Daily Crossing. This is Marvin Del Valle. And again, this is one of those controversial topics, right? As some people are pro, some people are very much against the idea of new people coming into the country. But I'm going to break it down for you. You know what I mean? There's some of the things you already know, very simple, but I want to highlight it for you because that question is something that keeps happening over and over again. Why do they come? People see all these very difficult images, right? They see the people that are willing to go through difficult situations. But reason number one, let me start with reason number one, and that would be the overwhelming reason as to why people come to the country. Reason number one is they come for work. If you consider everything that's going on, and I'm going to concentrate on what's actually happening in Latin America, right? During the days of COVID, we actually were concerned here in the country. Never mind what was actually happening outside of the country. You had a lot of people that were extremely concerned about what was going to take place just to find a job, to retain a job, to provide for the family. That was a challenge already prior to COVID. That just made it even worse. So you saw a lot more people even coming to the country during those days, and everybody was saying, wait a minute, they're not afraid of what's going on? Well, they have no choice. They have to go through that process because work or the ability to provide for the family became even worse. So number one reason, overwhelming, the biggest reason why people come here, because they know if they can actually come to the country, they can find, some level of work and provide for the family, right? However humble that kind of work will be, they know that they can actually do something here and provide for the family. Now, so a lot of people are still complaining about the idea that, they come and they will take jobs from other people. Listen, that's a very small percentage, and I'm not going to argue against the point because there is some validity to it. There's some people will take the job that maybe another person that was already born here have the ability to take. But that's a very small percentage, especially because when somebody's new coming into the country, the skill set, for anything from language to what they know how to navigate is very limited. So maybe later on they have the ability to compete for better positions. But at the very beginning, they're just looking for a job. I need to make some money. I'm not able to do that back home, and I can help my family by doing that. So now, reason number two is to obviously, we see images of crime. They want to avoid crime, persecution, violence. There's so many negative things that are taking place. Imagine you actually have a good job or you have a little business, and now you're running the risk of your family getting kidnapped. Or you're getting phone calls so that if you don't pay up, like they basically blackmailing you because they actually know that you're making a little bit of money. At some point, people just say, you know what, forget about it. I don't care what level of success I can have here. Let me just go somewhere else. I'm looking for peace. I want to stay away from this level of violence. Reason number three now is actually connected to politics and again, corruption, and corruption that is connected to that environment of politics. You're back in our countries, it's not even about what do you know, it's who do you know, right? It's if you have the right person helping you along the way. Listen, politics is one of those things that is complicated here as it is. We've seen in the country, politics are not getting any easier, but back home is even worse. As a matter of fact, many people say that once somebody makes the choice to go into politics, it's because they accepted the idea of becoming a little bit corrupt, right? Reason number four, believe it or not, is actually an extension of the same phenomenon of immigration. Reason number four is people actually want to come and reunite with additional family or somebody that has been here for a long time, whether it's the wife or children. They're just trying to get back together. At some point, the whole family came apart, and now they're saying, listen, if there's a possibility for us to come together, we're going to do everything in our power. And that actually includes the risk of again, even dying in the process of just because at some point it feels like that. It feels like dying, not being with your family, not seeing your children, not being with your wife or that person that you love, then you don't see that anymore. So people are willing to go through many different changes just to be able to reunite with family. Now, point number 5 is connected to education. Again, we go to financial limitations. Many countries do have a very entry-level education that is provided for free. But once you want to go into obviously college level, once you want to go into specialized areas, that education is no longer for free for most of the countries. So they literally say, if I can go over there, if I can make some money, if I can work when I'm going to school, or if I can come in as a student type of scenario. Listen, not everybody's coming illegally to the country, right? We're talking about, even though, by the way, I am addressing a lot of immigration, they have to do with people coming through borders, right? Because that is what that level of danger, that's the area that still is not getting better. But education is one of those reasons why people also keep coming here. Again, they're just looking to improve their reality. Whether we complain or like about the quality of education here, I promise you that it's 1,000 times better. Now, reason number 6 is very interesting because I think it's something that we take for granted here, which is quality of life, better living conditions, right? You have no idea what it feels like every time you go out with your family. You get in your car and you don't know if somebody is going to be waiting to hijack you around the corner. If you go into the restaurant and somebody's going to break into that place, imagine you eating with your family and there's a guy pointing a gun at you because they're trying to get your wallet and your cell phone. And in here, we just walk out there, you know what I mean? We go any place we want to, and you're not necessarily, I'm not saying that we don't have some dangerous areas, but that's not the norm, you know what I mean? We have small areas, even today, that we can consider dangerous, but nothing that will compare to the stuff that goes on in every single one of those countries. That's one of those things that I truly believe we take for granted. Point number 7, now when we're talking about point number 7, is getting us a little closer to the idea of what the American dream is all about. And this one is absolutely connected to freedom of religion. This is something that no other country will give you when you're talking about individual rights, right? This is one of the things that we get the chance to experience. Whether you come from countries, even if you're a Christian and you come from countries where you used to experience persecution, or you come from a Muslim environment where you also used to experience persecution, regardless of what you practice, you absolutely will come here and you will have the ability and the freedom to practice whatever it is that that connects you to God and however you experience faith. I think that's one of the things that makes this country very special, and it's one of the biggest blessings. The last 3 points that I want to give you is absolutely connected to, deeply connected to the American dream. Deeply connected to the American dream. So point number 8 is absolutely connected to the possibility of ownership. Right? Now, a lot of people think that it has to do with my housing, my house. Any kind of ownership, the ability to own a commercial property, the ability to own, of course, your primary home, the ability to own a business. But ownership is the point. Like a lot of people said, I can work my whole life and still not have the capability to own absolutely anything and not have anything to pass it on to my children, right? In the last 2 points, obviously point number 9 at this point, is connected to your ability to generate a lot more income just by embracing the possibility of becoming an entrepreneur. I don't know any other country that has an easier entry level way for people to become an entrepreneur. So what that means is that whatever limitations that my income it happens to be by way of employment, I can actually remove that limitation just by embracing the possibility of doing something that would be either my business or going to a partnership or starting something that would allow me to become an independent, self-producing individual. That means that I can remove those income limitations. And that's something that, again, I think that sometimes we take for granted here in our country. Point number 10, and it's the last point that I wanted to share with you today. A lot of people always come to me saying, to the question of, hey, what time is, what is time? And they always say time is money. And guys, I'm here to tell you that time is a lot more important than just money. Time is life. And so point number 10 is that if you absolutely embrace some of the steps of being an entrepreneur, you might just find yourself also embracing the possibility of owning your time. Meaning, point number 10 is you have the possibility in this country, if you decide to go through that process, that you can also control your time or have a little more control of your schedule, right? If you work for yourself and you're not working for somebody else. And again, you know, if time is life, imagine an investment, you can make and lose money, but time, every second that I'm sharing here with you, it's a true gift. It's going out there. There's nothing coming back. There's no way I can roll it back. So again, I just wanted to share with you, you know, 10 of, there's many reasons. I'm just giving you 10 of the main reasons as to why people keep coming to our country. We are a blessed nation. And as long as we continue to be that, and as long as we have that many limitations and that many challenges taking place around us, we will continue to see that many people willing to do whatever it takes. By the way, most of them, and I would say the overwhelming majority, are here just because they are trying to do something for their families, or they're trying to better their lives and themselves. So I hope this is helpful. I hope it gives you an idea of what's actually going on with the reason as to why people keep coming here. Guys, if you like this message, or if any of these points are actually something that connects with you, please do me a favor. Make sure you share this video, make sure you like it, right? And subscribe, you know what I mean? And make sure that you have some people that you, hopefully you know, that will connect to a message like this, and allow them to become part of this journey, because we are going to continue to provide valuable information to you. And listen, do your own research, right? We're always going to send you to go back and get your own information. Make sure that you see all the pros and all the cons. But until the next one, I just want to thank you for watching our channel today. Thank you.